So, as always, I got to ask you a quick question.
Go ahead.
When you said I do, what did you actually think you were signing up for?
Actually, not the answer you give people, the real one.
Yeah, because I had a picture, right? I had a whole picture,
Hmm.
and the picture was not inaccurate exactly. It was just incomplete.
Incomplete. Yeah, that's a diplomatic word for it.
I didn't sign up for, all the deployment cycles, just being away from you forever. I signed up to serve my country, right?
Hmm.
Those are two different things, though, but they kind of turned out to be the same thing.
Yeah, and I didn't sign up to be a solo parent. I
Mm,
signed up to be a military wife.
mm-hmm.
Better yet, I signed out to be your wife.
Mm-hmm.
And those also turned out to be the same thing.
Yeah. And like when you think about it now, we're done with that. We're in Vegas. I'm retired. We're working on building our businesses up and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then with three kids and you look around, the picture just keeps changing.
It does. And nobody sent us a new contract,
Hmm.
at all.
Yeah, I didn't sign one. I promise.
I
Uh,
didn't get I didn't get it in the mail either.
so hey, welcome to Slow Jams and Hard Truths, episode 10. What we actually signed up for,
Because love sounds different in real life.
and we all know it. Let's turn the music down. So let's really talk about this, right? When you think about the marriage contract and before we got married, before we had the kids, before it was all this other stuff going on, what did you think marriage would be like?
To be truthful, I didn't picture myself married until you. And when that came in my frame of mind, the whole us being together was us being together.
Yeah.
I expected deployments. I didn't really expect it to be lonely. And yeah.
It's funny because that loneliness goes like both ways, right?
Yeah.
While I'm away, I'm still away. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't change for either of us. So it was like a very weird thing going, like just going and leaving every time and being like, well, all right, see my family later, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
And I had to make my own little family while you were gone. And
Yeah.
a lot of people got booted.
I mean, hey.
A lot of people got booted. Some people say, but a lot of people got booted. It was just like I was going through other relationships outside of my marriage, just trying to get this friendship and military community together.
Yeah. And I can see that for sure. Like you think someone's on the same page as you, then you find out later that they're on a whole different plane.
Yeah, that off-base civilian life living in the military. Yeah, that was definitely hard.
Yeah. I can tell you before we got married, the only images in my mind of being a husband were like, I don't know, sounds corny as hell, but like leave it to Beaver. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh honey, I'm home. Oh hey, welcome back, honey.
Oh, those 1950s Stepford Wives types.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or some I Love Lucy, maybe, little disasters going on, but you're like, oh man, just smile through it. We good.
Yeah. We've definitely done those though.
Yeah. Honestly, that probably is the closest to what it actually was for us. Because yeah, it was.
Yeah, things turned up.
Yeah.
Upside down.
But yeah, like in my head, I pictured like more of the, your wife is at home, and when you come home, she's ready for you to come home, and here's a
hot plate of dinner.
Yeah, dinner's ready for you, and in reality, like we typically don't even eat dinner until like 8 o'clock, which sometimes does mean that dinner's ready for me.
Yeah, because it was always so hard trying to figure out, like, when will he be home?
Yeah.
Like, do I make dinner early and then it gets cold and gotta reheat it? Am I eating dinner alone? Are we eating dinner together? Like, the whole concept there was no concept.
Yeah.
Everything was a surprise every day.
Yeah, because even with that, like, I'm scheduled to get off at 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
In reality, I'm get home when they release me.
Tools are missing.
Yeah.
What?
Oh my God, don't get me started on that.
Base is shut down. What?
Yeah. If you lose a tool at the end of the day, you deserve to be strung up by your ankles. All right.
Yeah. And then going into our marriage with you in the Navy, it was sea duty. And yeah, I didn't realize sea duty and shore duty was such a big difference.
Yeah. Huge difference. For most people. For some people, it could still be the same, honestly.
Yeah, but not for you. Not for
Thankfully.
you. It was a huge difference. And yeah, eye openers. And yeah, just it was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah. So what assumption did you have, like, that would happen that maybe turned into, I won't say, something akin to resentment?
It probably didn't come to, because I'm not gonna lie, there was some times where I was angry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I was bitter or exactly resented, but there was definitely times where I was angry, especially it really hit when we had children.
Yeah. And I can see that. You're, like you said,
That solo parenting.
you didn't sign up to be a solo parent, but
Yeah.
you end up being a solo parent at times.
That was like my whole thing. I'm not gonna be a single mom. I didn't want that. And it kind of happened. Like, yeah, I was married with you, but you weren't there.
Yeah.
You were gone.
Yeah.
And I had nobody. I had no family, no friends. I'm in the middle of some new state.
Yeah. Just trying to find someone to be there with you through all of it. And I can see that for sure. For me, honestly, and we've talked about this several times, it was sex, of course.
Yeah, we've talked about this several times.
And it's like, it's a big thing for me. But even when, like, I always thought it was just a giant exaggeration. When people were like, oh, you got married and you're not going to have any sex. And I'm like, yeah, right.
I thought the same thing too. No one talks about the tiredness, the mental exhaustion.
Yeah.
And yeah, it cuts into it.
Definitely. It makes you feel kind of out of it at times. And
then also questioning, like, is he really working late? Or you hear all the stories, like you join the spouses pages and all you see is like all these spouses complain about their husband cheating with their coworkers, and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What
and
did
don't
I
get me
sign
wrong,
up for?
a lot of that does happen.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's like, what did I sign up for? Like, is he really working late? Is the tool really missing?
Yeah. And that does happen. I've seen
Both
people, co-workers, getting found in fan rooms or, what's it called? I'm blanking. You see, my military transition is almost complete. I'm forgetting words. But yeah, just booed up on the ship or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, you see this stuff and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you know me, I mind my own business.
But you see it from that side, and I see it from my side, where the wives are so lonely, they're seeing outside sources, and it's just like, what is going on?
Yeah, I forget what ship it was. It might have been, I don't think it was the Nimitz, but there was one of the ships, like, the ship went out because they were going on deployment. Something happened with the ship. They turned back around, came home, and people on the ship couldn't tell their spouses that they were home.
Yeah.
And they showed up at the house and, Jody was already in the bed.
That's the word, Jody. Yeah, Jody. Yeah.
So that definitely does happen, and it is a real concern for both sides of the equation in marriages, right?
Yeah.
So definitely gotta, you gotta manage expectations sometimes and just kind of talk through some of these things that we think are happening.
Okay, so what do you think marriage is like now? This new unofficial contract of us in retirement.
So what is it now?
Yeah.
Like now it's like I don't know, it's more connected, I would say, and it's more time with each other, more of that time that I thought we were going to have initially.
Yeah.
It is still a little weird because I don't think it's the typical way that it's set up in marriage.
I feel like we're back in reverse.
Yeah.
We're newly married now.
Because I'm kind of, I'm semi-retired right now.
Yeah.
So in that sense, like I spend a lot more time at home than I think most men do, or most working people do in the grand sense of things.
Okay, I agree.
All right, so last week I asked the question, and then I immediately, we talked about it on the show. That was the last week's challenge. So last week's challenge was to sit down and ask your person the real question. Not how was your day, but what are you actually carrying right now, right? So last week we talked about it, right?
Yeah.
And, I felt like we talked and I felt like I wanted to solve the problem immediately.
Yeah, which we talked about not actually doing.
Exactly. And I know it's hard. It's so hard, right? But here's what I really realized for myself. I had 20 years in the military being trained to find and solve a problem immediately, right? That reflex doesn't just turn off because I retired now. It's something that just keeps going, right?
Yeah, I believe it's like a reflex. So I get it, the fix it reflex, something's wrong, that unspoken thing that you guys do in the military, and that contract again keeps popping up today. That unspoken contract. But you thought your job was to fix things, and honestly, I thought my job was just to hold on to things, and neither of us chose those roles, but we were assigned it.
Yeah, it's like being voluntoed in the Navy, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So she just connected the challenge to the episode topic live on the podcast, right? So she's been practicing.
I've been practicing. But I'm gonna need you to drop the comments and how your real check-in went. Let us know. Right there. Put it right there. Down in there. Comment.
You got it.
Let us know how that goes.
I believe in you. So let's go to this part of the song.
Okay.
So what is the time when you realized you were living someone else's script? Like that might have been, when we first got married, in the middle of having the third child, or whatever it might have been. Okay. What was the time when you felt like you were living someone else's script?
That specific season, I was waiting for a marriage that was never coming. Like once we settled into, okay, this is military life, I was like, okay, this is what's going to be happening. This is how it's going to go. This is how it's going to flow. But you know what? The military be militarying, okay? Because nothing is planned. Everything is hurry up and wait. everything is go, 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 but hold on a minute.
Yeah. Go fast, but hold on.
Yeah, but stop. And it wasn't because you didn't love me. It was more so that, you know, neither of us sat down and asked, like, what do we actually want this to look like?
Yeah.
Like, what are we actually doing with this? What are we doing with each other? What are we doing for our kids? I mean, it came later on, but it was like way later on. Maybe we should ask these questions earlier in the marriage. And it probably would have helped us with a lot of things that went on.
Yeah, earlier on.
Yeah, for sure. But what about you?
That's a good one. So honestly, a time where I felt like, you know, I wasn't living the life that I thought I should be living, or we should be living, right? Was probably when we moved to Florida, right?
Florida's a big one.
Yeah, it's always, I think it's come up in like every episode.
And then, you know what's so crazy? Florida was like year 7. Yeah. And they always say that 7-year itch, or whatever the fuck it's called.
I've heard the 7-year itch. I don't know what it means.
I don't think it's that one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying words.
But yeah, so, you know, we were not vibing at all. It felt like we were roommates more than anything.
Yes.
Right? Especially when I was working nights, then it was just like, all right, yeah, we ain't doing nothing now. Like,
yeah, I can tell you from my point of view, but you tell your point of view.
Because a lot of times it was, you know, I'm going to work, you know, 2:00, coming home, you know, 2:00.
It's a wonder lyric was born. It was conceived and born.
And then by the time I get home, and that was just like one time frame, because if you remember, like, I was on mid shift for a while too.
Yeah, they kept switching you around. Whatever shift needed help, they was like, Williams are going.
So I was constantly like just fighting to try and find the sleep that I needed to function.
Yeah.
And just fighting to try and like really get to work the next day, honestly. Yeah. Then, you know, on top of it, like, our relationship, and you always say you don't think that you were bitter or resentful. I think you were bitter during that time. And we did not, like, you were always angry. And it was a rough time. I ain't gonna lie, it was a rough hang.
I was only angry during the pregnancy with Legend.
Nah. So it was definitely a rough hang.
Okay.
Just in the whole situation of it.
I hear you. We both have different point of views, but yeah, I hear you. I hear your side and where you're coming from.
So what's your point of view then?
My point of view, real quick, is what I always said. You were there, but you weren't there. You worked nights. You didn't wake up until it was time for you to take a shower, get something quick to eat, and then you were gone. There was like very little communication.
Yeah.
Unless you was trying to get some. And then I was like, what am I? Am I just like a milkmaid? I got kid on my titty, you over here behind me. And it was like, it wasn't no, well, how are you doing? Like, what's going on with you? It wasn't any of that.
Well, if you remember at that time, I could tell you what you were going to say every single time. It was one of those moments where it was,
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'm fine. Because also, I didn't want to be another stressor, because I know how it was at work.
Yeah.
So I wasn't trying to be another stressor. And kind of earlier of what we were talking about, what marriage is like, from what I was told, is pretty much like you just stick beside them, and they're military men and they go through shit. So don't take anything personal and you'll be fine.
That's mine. I'm going to stick beside them.
You know?
And I get that too, right?
And so many spouses tell you that shit too. They be like, don't be bringing extra stress to them. They already have enough stress in their lives and stuff like that. And me being young and not knowing anything, I took their words to heart. Well, some of their words to heart, because some of them I was like, that's just straight bullshit.
Yeah.
But some of their words to heart. And Florida was definitely very, very stressful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like that's one of those advices that look pretty on the outside, right? Oh, don't bring extra stress to them, like blah, 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 blah. But then that puts you in a position where you're unhappy.
Yeah.
And then that puts it in a position where that stress is going to bleed out. No matter how much anyone wants to say, oh, yeah, there's no stress there, like everything's perfect, that stress is going to bleed out. And when that stress bleeds out, it's going to hurt the marriage.
And it came in the form of depression for me. Like,
right?
It was deep. It was very dark.
Yeah.
I don't like to talk about Florida.
So
But we
that's
always do.
that's a terrible like mental health like advice to give, right?
Yeah, I would never, me personally, I would never tell that to a military spouse. And I haven't. I don't, no.
Now, when they're and you have to get that stuff off your chest, right? Now when they're out to sea or whatever, I can see downplaying it a little bit so that they're not super worried about it, especially if you can still handle it, but you're just trying to vent, right? I can see downplaying it a little bit, but yeah, just not saying anything is definitely the wrong move.
I've learned, people. I have learned. We grew. Okay, we grew.
See? Look at that growth, getting there.
I know. And then like your next deployment, when it came to deployments, it wasn't as hard.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even on our first deployment. That was like the third, fourth, and fifth. So yeah, even though El Centro wasn't really deploying, you were gone a lot. And we definitely have improved since then.
Yeah, I was definitely gone a lot during El Centro time frame.
Yeah.
I feel like during that time frame we were very like there was still some work to be done there, right?
Yeah.
And I was still very much depressed at that time.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was other issues that popped up at that time, right?
Yeah. Moving on, please.
All right. Well, I guess it's that time.
Yes, please.
Let's go ahead and play skip or replay.
Skip or replay. Skip or replay.
All right.
Yeah.
So welcome to skip or replay. Y'all know what time it is. So quick answers, right? Really think about what you would do in that situation. You want to do it again, replay it. You want to skip it, throw it to the curb. Right?
All right. I'm going to start it off.
Let's go.
You got married young before you fully knew who you were. And now you're both different people. Skip or replay?
So with us, replay it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. We grew organically together. Like we had issues, right? We just talked about some of those issues. We had some issues, right? But
Yeah.
just as people, I think we were more mature and more, let me put it like this. We didn't have time to find the little things that we might not have liked about each other that would have kept us from getting married.
Got you. And I hear you. I agree.
Because I think that's what happens a lot when you date. Like you date, you find like
why he chewing his food like that?
Yeah, like little annoyances, right? And I can tell you one of yours right now.
Go ahead. Let it out.
You a loud ass eater, all right?
I am. I can be from time to time. Yeah. I'm an only child, so no one ever told me to shut the fuck up. So, and I am also pretty much a lone wolf. So, yeah.
But yeah, like that wouldn't have been something that I would have been like, oh yeah, I got to leave her for. But but those are like people do that. Those are the type of things like
they
people
do.
like
Forgot what it's called, but there's some type of phobia or something, annoyance, and they're like, yeah, I can't deal with that noise. Yeah.
So people definitely do that, and I'm like, yeah, that ain't getting married young, getting together.
I'm not as bad as our kids though.
Nah, especially that oldest one. All right. If you're listening, I love you, Big Brooklyn.
We love you. I hope you're not listening. I mean, all right, whatever. Go ahead.
Hey, he almost a grown ass man.
He is.
So you realize years in that you never actually told your partner what you needed. You just assumed they knew. Skip or replay?
Skip. And that's from experience. We still learning. We still growing. Yeah, you have to let your partner know like what it is that you like, what you don't like, and what you need. Because if you're not getting fulfilled, you're either going to be depressed or you're going to be looking for it somewhere else.
Yeah. I think a lot of times that's what ends up killing a lot of marriages is like, you don't communicate what you actually need.
See, my idea and my problem with the whole communication part is me opening up and you going on defense.
Yeah.
Not just taking it in, because sometimes it doesn't really need an answer or a fix. It's just me saying what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I don't like conflicts and I don't like problems or confrontation. So yeah, that was part of my issue of not opening up and expressing myself in that way.
Yeah, you have to have that effective communication.
But now I'm just like, fuck it. You take it how you take it. And I'm just going to be like, well, I said it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been said. It's out there in the universe.
And at that point, like, you can't blame yourself because
you said it.
Yeah. I put it out there. I told you what I needed.
Yeah.
So if the marriage doesn't work out because we can't come to some type of agreement or compromise on that, then hey, I gave it an honest try, right?
Yeah. Okay.
It's you up.
I know. I'm trying to decide which one I'm going to ask. You kept your expectations to yourself for years because you didn't want to seem demanding.
It's the same one that you just said, Skip, right?
Yeah, it's definitely the same. I'm not paying attention. Last one. We finally had the conversation about what you both actually want. And it was harder than the wedding. I mean, our wedding was simple, fast, and quick. If it's anything harder than, anything's going to be harder than that, to be honest.
True.
The only thing that was hard was the dress that I wanted didn't end up coming. And they were like, oh, it's delayed. And I was over there crying. My mom was a beast, cussing them people out with her Trini accent.
All right, I got a story for y'all after I answer this, though.
But go ahead.
So skip, or actually replay, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Replay. Just because the conversation is hard does not mean you should avoid it.
True.
Right? So, because it goes back to what we said before. If we don't actually have that conversation, if we don't actually talk, we don't actually know what we want, that's where the erosion of the marriage comes from.
Yeah.
That's where it's like, you know what? Where what do they call it when they divorce? Irreconcilable differences. That's when that happens because we never talked about what we wanted as people and as a couple.
Yeah.
That's the important part. As people and as a couple, you have to go individual side and you have to do it together.
Yeah.
Right? Like I could be doing some totally different on my side. You can be doing some totally different on your side. But when we come together, we should be able to march forward as a couple.
Yeah, I agree. Let me hear this story.
All right. So look, boom. So we had already talked about it. You know, I'd already proposed to her in a way, kind of over the phone, right? But
you did.
I wanted to make that official, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Look at her. She already know what I'm about to say. I wanted to make that official, right? So, boom. I get stationed out in San Diego. She comes over and, she's on the plane. She gets off the plane and I'm like, oh, what's up, baby?
At baggage claim.
So yeah, at baggage claim. So we're at baggage claim. Boom. I get down on one knee. Pull out the ring. Pop. Hey, Denisha, you're the love of my life. Will you marry? Where you going? She takes off running. She takes off running.
Oh my God.
Out of there. And I'm sitting there on one knee. Got the whole airport staring at me. Whole airport.
I can't. Oh my God.
So then I'm running after her because I'm like, what the heck? And she's like, oh my God. I
wasn't expecting it. It was very overwhelming.
It was just so surprising.
It was very overwhelming and surprising. And I was just, of course, yes, but I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that.
So yeah, I'm over there like, man, I got a runaway bride situation over here.
I'm so done. Oh my God.
And then somehow still,
I haven't run from you since.
Almost 19 years later, we still in it.
I haven't run from you since.
That's because you ain't got no cartilage in your knees, all right?
I sure don't. I didn't even make it that far when I ran. Like, I think I just jogged a little bit and then I just kind of dropped.
Yeah.
And I was crying. But only we're already getting married. Why? I wasn't expecting that. Okay.
All right. So thanks for playing with us on that. And now you know it's time for more games. So let's get ready.
Take your pick. Yeah. Take your pick. Yes. Take your pick. Yeah. Take your pick. Take your pick.
All right, it's time for Take Your Pick.
Yes.
So I'll kick this one off.
Go ahead.
One person manages all the household logistics because they're better at it. So did you sign up for that?
I didn't. But has it been done? Yes. Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Unfortunately, right?
I don't think it's unfortunate. It's just you grow up. You grow up.
Yeah. So you never fight loudly. I think you were supposed to read this one, actually.
I was.
Yeah.
You never fight loudly. You just go quiet and wait for it to pass. Did we sign up for this?
No.
But we have done this as well.
Yes.
We have done this as well. And he knows that's one of my biggest pet peeves. And I feel like he did it in the past on purpose just to get me to that point where he was at. Because you are Mr. Petty.
I'm petty at times. And at times I did do it. But at the same time, we talked about that too.
You like to think and
I need to be able to
process.
have room to think and process. Yeah.
Next time, tell me. Just be like, I'm thinking and processing. So I'm not thinking you're just straight up ignoring me.
I mean,
we
it hasn't happened in a long time.
Yeah, it hasn't happened in a long time. But at the time, I'm like, okay, you next.
The higher earner makes the bigger financial decisions. Did you sign up for this?
No, But did we do it? Yes. Because people, our marriage has been, I don't know, it has been on a fight since the beginning, okay? We got married and shortly afterwards, what was it? The financial crisis happened.
Oh yeah.
So your girl could not find a job.
Yeah.
And the only money I had was the money I made before we got married and I moved across country. So yeah, you were definitely the breadwinner and then you became the breadwinner for pretty much the rest of our marriage.
Yeah. But one of the things though, even with that, I try not to make decisions on my own.
You never thrown it in my face.
Yeah.
And for the most part, yeah.
Like when there's a big decision happening, like it's like, hey, what do you think about this? Before I just like, yeah, cool. I'm gonna spend 50 grand on
Yeah,
that.
you didn't buy a house without me. I know some spouses that have done that. And their wives are like, thank you.
Like, what's this about?
Thank you, I guess. I wish I was there to pick out the house, but okay, I guess. Thank you.
And like I get where they're coming from. It's a big like, oh, I'm gonna make a big gesture for you.
Yeah, but it's for us and our kids.
Yeah, like I want to know what we getting into too. I don't want to just be like,
oh, thank you for the
this
keys.
is the house that you bought.
It's not like you bought me like a car or something.
Yeah.
It's a whole ass house.
Yeah, like 30-year obligation.
Yeah, like that loan. Okay. One of you sacrificed career opportunities for the other's career and it was never fully acknowledged. Did we sign up for this?
No. We didn't sign up for that. That's something I don't think we have done, though. But you didn't sign up for that, right?
I didn't.
However, that does happen in the military.
Yeah.
Right?
That definitely happens.
And it's out of control of both of you, really, because you're going to go where they tell you to go. Like, you do get some, like, a little bit of say. Like, you can ask for something, but there's no guarantee you're getting that.
They did recently, in the past few years, have this thing for military spouses. It's like a different type of form of, what is the word when you don't have a job? Like unemployment.
Yeah.
For military spouses that just popped up a few years ago. And I think it works out for those people that, especially that had a career before their significant other had decided to join the military and moved around the world.
Yeah. The biggest part is like licenses, honestly.
Licensing is definitely very hard. One of my things also is the fact that you're moving, right? And then you don't even see your spouse. It's like, should I have just stayed in my hometown?
Yeah.
I mean, some spouses do that too. It works if it works. What's for you is for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely, it's like, do I stop my career and move and leave all my support in my stable job?
Yeah.
And then some spouses do that. They sacrifice their career for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Seen it.
Okay. You're still parenting the same way your parents parented you, even though you swore you wouldn't. Did we sign up for this? No, because we do not do that.
You notice she ain't even let me answer that question.
Yeah,
huh?
Definitely. No. There's some things I instill in my children that came from my Trinidadian mother, but no.
Yeah, it's definitely didn't sign up for that. Don't do it.
Yeah.
We're done with that.
Yeah. No.
Right? There's a better way of parenting nowadays.
We're good.
All right, so let's go on repeat.
Yes.
All right, so these are practical things you can do every week, this week specifically, to really like enhance your marriage, right? Whether it's good already or you just want to take it to that next level, right? So I'll give you one. Name your original picture. So now you're probably like, what's that? So this week, each one of you writes down what you actually thought marriage was going to look like when you first said yes. So not what you think your partner wants to hear, right? The real picture. Then share it. The gap between your two pictures is the conversation you've been missing. That means that somewhere in there, you need to fill that void. And hopefully this helps you out.
Okay. Also, I want to say, ask the new version question. Your partner is not the same person you married. You're not either. This week, ask them, what do you want the next chapter of this marriage to look like? Not what you think they'll say, what they actually say, write it down. It's the first line of your new contract.
Writing that contract, huh?
Contracts all up and down this episode.
Do I need a lawyer?
No. Our love is the lawyer.
Ooh. So yeah, you know, a good song that goes with this segment would be John Legend, Ordinary People.
Oh, that's my jam.
Right? Because it is. Like, we're not perfect. We're going through the motions. We're trying to find that perfection.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's the imperfection that makes it perfect.
Exactly. Dang, that's a word right there.
I know. We should make that a clip. Do I need to say it again? Look at the camera. I don't remember what I said. Okay.
And then going back to a song that we probably said a few times on this show, is actually Apple Juice Baby, right?
Yeah, by Jesse Reyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that is a great, like, song that exemplifies that. Hey,
because I can never hate you.
Yeah, perfect ain't coming.
Yeah,
right?
But we'll be all right.
We'll be all right.
We'll be all right.
All right. So, hey, I think it's time for a new challenge.
Whoop, whoop.
I don't know about you guys, but we need a new challenge.
Always.
And, you know, we've been talking about contracts a lot today, right?
Yes, we have.
So, just like Lady Nisha said over here, just shortly, let's write a new contract. So this week's challenge is the new contract conversation. This week's challenge is called the new contract conversation because it's two questions that we have to ask ourselves, right?
Yes. Question 1. What did you think you were signing up for when we got married?
That's a good one. And then question 2, what do you actually want now?
That's a word. Yes, you answer separately first, right?
Yep.
Write it down, okay, people? We like to go old school. Write it down, type it in your phone, make sure it's black and white, right? And then you sit together and you read each other what you wrote.
So don't defend it, don't explain it, just listen to what your person actually says.
Yeah, and if there's a gap between those two answers, the gap is your next conversation. Not a problem, but a direction.
Yeah. And then, you know, as always, tell us what you came up with. Write it in the comments. Let's talk about it, right?
We'll be in the comments too.
Yeah. I'll be there. Trust me. All right. So, you know what it is. Turn lights down low because it's time for late night text.
Okay. From the audience questions. I love my husband, but I think I married the idea of him more than the actual person. Is that fixable?
Well, what's the idea, right? How far apart is that idea from the actual person? Because is it fixable? Yes, absolutely. But how much work are you willing to put in? Are you willing to actually get to know them as a person and not this thought in your head of what he should be?
Can you separate the reality from your imagination. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
But yes, it is fixable.
Our next one is we've been married 12 years, and I don't think we've ever actually talked about what we want from this marriage. How do you even start that conversation without it sounding like a threat? All right, so we've been there.
What you want from me? Don't do that. Don't do that.
We have been there, okay? Like I said, we got married young. We got married very quickly.
Yeah.
And for a chunk of our marriage, we didn't even like talk about the future in that way, right? Or what we want,
Yeah.
what we needed out of our marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So the first step is really just to open up. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy because it's not.
It's not.
All right.
Especially if you haven't been talking for 12 years about
Yeah.
what you actually want.
But you have to start that conversation. And it can be as simple as, hey, so I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I've been thinking about our marriage.
Oh, Lord.
And I really just want to start, going on dates more.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the start of the conversation. So
just be honest and truthful. Definitely.
So it's definitely out there. Take the time and, start the conversation.
Yeah. Okay. My wife gave up a career opportunity for my military career.
Mm,
She says she's fine, but I can feel that she's not.
mm.
How do I open that conversation? Military man.
So if you want to open that conversation, honestly, you have to start with the fact that you understand what's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it could be as simple as, look, I know that you were a firefighter in New York before I met you,
EMT, but okay.
And I know you love your coffee. But we in California now, so we can't say coffee anymore. No, I'm playing. But no, it is that, right?
Like that.
It's the I know that you had this going on, and the military made us move here, right? Maybe when I'm done with the military, we can explore those places that we can go back to, right? To help you get back into the career that you want to be in. Or, help her find that next job, right? That next career.
Okay, I was waiting for that part to come because I was about to swoop in and be like, or you can help her. You can help them.
But of course, as we said last week, don't just assume that's what they want.
Yeah, right? You ask them what's going on, you talk to them, and then you swoop in and you sometimes they need a vent. Sometimes, you can fix.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, well, if you don't want to go back to this career, you want to put this on hold, you can be what is it? Ombudsman.
Yeah.
You can do that. That's leadership skills right there. And you could keep your experiences fresh. And you could definitely put those on your resumes.
Yeah.
And there's other jobs. California sucks for stay-at-home jobs, like work-from-home jobs. But other states, you can definitely do it. I've done it. I've done it in Florida. Kind of sucked during hurricane season, but that's neither here or there. But my calls will be dropped. But I still made I still had a 5-star rating. So thank you. But yeah, you could definitely talk to your spouse and work it out.
Yeah. So we'll leave it off on this one. And this is very hard hitting actually, because we've gone through this ourselves.
Yeah.
I've been running the household solo for 8 years while my husband deployed and worked.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's retired and wants to be involved in everything. How do I share something I've been managing alone for almost a decade?
You tell him, sis. You tell him.
You tell him what?
You tell him, it's cool that you're home now, but we have a routine and this is how it works. I mean, they're military men, so they already are quick to fix up on the structure of how things work. And but don't belittle them and let them lose their manliness,
So
because a lot of men, they like to be head of household and run things, and you need to give them stuff to do.
So I've seen this before, right? Where they're like, "Oh, I want my man to help," and then they help, and
You're doing it wrong.
they're not doing it right,
You're doing it
right?
wrong.
So how do you manage that part?
It's like talking to children. This is how we do it. Like, you have to break it down, because they're not always going to understand. They're going to do it their way or the military way. They're not going to do it the household way, if that makes sense.
It makes sense. I don't like it.
Well, you got to buck up, because these kids are on a routine. Now, if you can come up with something that both of you guys can agree on, then that will work.
Yeah, I think that's really what it comes down to. I think you have to find
There's always a compromise.
the compromise.
Unfortunately, for us military spouses, we do most of the compromising.
Yeah, but
We
once
definitely
again,
do.
this is the retired portion. So
We still do the
there's
compromising.
some compromising to be had on both sides.
We still do most of the compromising.
That sounds personal.
Anyway.
Now I'm wondering what I did wrong around here.
You haven't done anything wrong. You've been tired. You've been seeing an eye opening of you've been seeing like a squelch of what I've been doing with waking up and taking Brooklyn to school and stuff. We talked about that.
Yeah, you don't want to get into that right now. We ain't got enough time to get into that.
Yeah, we're not. But we talked about it.
Yeah. All right. So it's time for what's on your playlist. What's on your playlist? What's on your playlist? All right, so what's on your playlist, baby?
All of Me, John Legend.
You trying to go back to when we first got married, huh?
Yeah. No, if I went back to the beginning, that'll be Ordinary People. We already talked about that. But definitely All of Me, because I feel like we both give all of ourselves to each other. It may not always seem that way, but in hindsight, we definitely do.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is. We're right there beside each other, always trying to get each other into the right head spaces, the right places,
and accepting each other.
Yeah. So it's definitely a good song for us there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember the name of it right now.
Sing it or rap it.
Actually, no. It's Best Part. Daniel
Okay.
Caesar. Yeah.
Oh, we all sing this as a family. We be going hard.
Yeah, because you're like, for me, you're the best part of my day, right? So yeah, it's definitely a song that plays constantly, right? Another one for you would be Superstar.
Aw. And
baby, you I'm a number one. All right.
Yeah, the other one for me would be Goliath. Once again, my girl Jessie Reyes.
Yeah.
What's up, girlfriend? But yeah, because I wasn't looking for anything until you. You're definitely someone I have fought for. You're someone that I will fight for. Like, I have gone across the country for you. Like, you're it, baby. That's it. No one else.
And then other than that, as far as TV shows, American Gladiator is back.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know if you guys have watched that
My girl Huntress.
in the past, but
Huntress and Blaze, those two are my favorite girls.
yeah.
Huntress and Blaze.
100%.
And Hurricane.
Great show. Just wild, right? Makes me feel like a teenager again around here.
You say teenager, I'm talking about a child. We were children when this was out. Yes. And I'm so all for it, and I love it. Yeah, it's definitely been moments. And it brought back a lot of childhood memories, like the good Saturday morning TV shows.
Yeah, for sure. So you know, you get a chance to watch that, go ahead and watch that, right? Good stuff. So you know, before we close this, we want to ask you to do something for us. All right. So, what did you think you were signing up for when you got married, or even dating? Not what you got, but what you thought you were getting.
Drop it in the comments anonymously if you want. We're reading all of it anyway.
And if this episode hits somebody you know, somebody who's been in a marriage that feels like it's running on a contract nobody agreed to, send it to them. No caption, just send it. All right.
Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, tell somebody about the show. We're 10 episodes in, people, 10. And we are just getting started.
Because love sounds different in real life.
And we are just here to keep the conversation going.
I'm King Cinematic.
I'm your girl, Lady Nisha.
Thanks for having us.
Bye. We only went a minute and a half over.
Yeah.
You still feel alone. We got the candles lit, got the playlist right. Same side of the bed, but we're miles apart tonight. I reach for you and you're there, but you ain't really here. Been smiling through the silence like everything is clear. You give me all the comfort and none of the truth. I give you all my presents, but not what I'm going through. We built a house of habits, called it love and moved in, but something about the foundation feel like it's getting thin. I don't want the version of us that's just holding on. I want the one that's still here when the comfort's gone. Can we be honest for a minute? Can we drop the pretty picture? We're halfway home, baby. Close enough to feel it, far enough to know we keep moving through the motions. Like the love will come if we just go slow. But halfway home ain't home. And I'd rather start the walk than stay right here pretending that we're more than where we are. You said you need connection, I said I need space. We compromise so much now, lost our natural root pace. I touch you like a question that I'm scared to ask out loud, and you answer with your body, but your heart's in the crowd. Intimacy ain't just skin, it's the thing underneath. It's the scared part and the broken part you let somebody see. I showed you mine for a minute, then I covered back up, 'cause the last time I was open, baby, damn, there wasn't enough. I don't want the version of us that just makes it through. I want the kind of love that tells the whole truth. Can we be real for a moment? Can we say what we've been holding? We're halfway home, baby. Close enough to feel it, far enough to know we keep moving through the motions. Like the love will come if we just go slow. But halfway home ain't home. And I'd rather start the walk than stay right here pretending that we're more than where we are. I don't want us to lose this, I just want us to find it. The real version, the raw version, the one we keep hiding behind it. If you love me like you say you do, then meet me in the hard part too. Not just the warmth, not just the night. Meet me in the morning, meet me in the fight. We're halfway home, baby. But I believe we can make it if we stop pretending we're fine. Take the long way, take the